Alright, we're here. I just got home from the hospital a few hours prior, and I'm being called by the doctor telling me I need to go back. I was sitting in my living room just about to take my first shower in a week. I was in the process of brushing up my hair, talking to my fiance, saying hi to my cats, finally being home, trying to comprehend what was going on, what just happened. And that doctor called me up and said, you need to come be with your son. They wanted to talk to me about at least another type of drug therapy, or if I wanted to stop. So I called my sister and I told her, you should call the doctor, because she had permission from me to have the doctor speak to her directly about Alfie's case. And after she called the doctor, she called me back and she said, I'm on my way to get you. We're going. This part gets harder to talk about. So when we get to the hospital, we have a little bit of a walk before we get up to where he is. And in my chest, I already know I'm about to go say goodbye to him. There's something in you that just tells you it's about to happen. And when we got there, that's exactly what we ended up discussing and being told is the option. I reached a point where they told me they could do the drug therapy and what the options were. And after hearing that they had to do chest compressions on him because of everything that was failing, I personally couldn't take it anymore. I've been watching this little boy suffer and just go back and forth, up and down in his health. So I made the decision to stop all of his care. They unhooked him slowly from all the stuff he was on until there was just his breathing tube. And I got one more photo of him with the breathing tube, and it was the most I had seen of his face. And then they fully unhooked him. They wrapped him in a baby blanket and a little hat, and they gave him to me. And I sat there and I held my son for the first time as he was passing away. And he went to my sister for a couple minutes, and I asked for him back because I had this feeling. And I took him back, and he was gone. So we called in the doctor, and they double-checked his heart and told me Alfie was gone. That was exactly how he put it. After he passed, I just held him for a little while longer. They were talking to me about funeral decisions and helping me with all of it, and it just felt like time was not even moving. I just kept staring at his face and apologizing and told him how good of a job he did and how we know how hard he fought. And I told him something I had heard a long time ago, that if love was enough, he would still be here. They put together a care box for me with a few of his things and his footprints. I got a memorialized footprint made out of silver that the hospital commissioned through a company. And the nurses in the NICU, they took really good care of us, and I'll always be grateful to them for that. They also had a service that would help provide for him so that he wouldn't have to go to a morgue and wait for the funeral home. I don't know why that helped me, but it really helped me to know that he got to stay in his bed until they came and got him. I had him cremated. I picked him up a few days later. And in those few days, it felt like I was just ghosting through time. I did not understand how this week happened. Everything that I went through, everything that in the hospital, how I was treated, ignored, the pain, and I made it out the other side, and Alfie didn't. I don't know how you're expected to just go on with your life after something like that happens. But clearly I'm in uniform, and my makeup's on, my earrings are in, I'm back at my job. Yes, I have a GoFundMe. Yes, I am struggling. I'm not ashamed to be asking people for help, even you strangers on the internet. I'm not ashamed. I need help, and we're humans. I'm ashamed of what I went through. I'm ashamed that I didn't know. I appreciate everyone here telling me otherwise, but I can't believe it. I have more to tell you guys, so this story is not over, but this is the day that he died.